All right, I think I'm ready to go here. How are all of my glorious stream viewers doing at the moment? All right, so some new Pokemon were revealed in a trailer today. I'm going to start off by talking about the new Pokemon for a while and just kind of critiquing them and stuff. Talk about what I like and what I don't like about them. And then after that, I'm going to draw them. Oh, hey, what's up, Lou? First time chatter. Thank you. How's it going with you? All right, so discussing the Pokemon, drawing the Pokemon, that is what we are here for. I am on Pokemon.com at the moment. Got the starters here? Okay. I'm going to talk about the legendaries second. I'm going to start off by talking about these guys here. The trailer showed off Pawmi, Lechonk, and Smoliv. The fire one is cute. It's funny you say it's the fire one because it's actually electric type. But yeah, doesn't it look like a little fire one? That's the electric rodent. Electricity discharging organs on its forepaws. So it's like Pikachu, but instead of in its cheeks, it's in its like puffy little paws here. It's a foot tall, 5.5 pounds. In addition to, it does have sacs on its cheeks. Has organs in its forepaws. It generates electricity by rubbing its cheeks. Then it shocks its opponents by touching them with the pad. So like a defibrillator kind of thing, I guess. Thick fur that stores electricity. Okay. So what do we think about this design here? Personally, I do really like it. Oh, hey, what's up? Binine? I love your stuff. I follow you as well on Twitter. For new Pokemon, you like it a lot. Binine. Okay, cool. Yeah, I really like this guy. Like Lil Boo Peep was saying a minute ago, it does look like a fire type. So, I wonder what the evolution will look like. Thank you. Likewise, you love this little guy. Good face and proportions. So, I think I like the art that they have here more than what I saw in the trailer. I'm a little iffy on the graphics for this game, but this picture, I love its face in this picture. I think in the trailer, it looked to me like it had no nose, which struck me as very weird to have this like cute little Pokemon with no nose, but yeah, I really like it. It looks like a fire type. But yeah, it's very Pikachu-like. It's got electric sacs in its cheeks. And, I mean, if they made it yellow like any other electric type, like Pikachu, it would be kind of like Pikachu 2, I guess. What does its tail look like? Alright, we don't really get a good view of its tail here. You hope it's always angry? I think it said... So its nature is... Oh, that's its ability. Okay. Never mind. It doesn't look angry. It looks, like it's having a good time, you know? Yeah, so I really like this drawing. It looks like chunky and stuff here. The 3D model, man, I'm not so sure. Its little fingers, yeah, I do like its little fingers. Oh, it kind of has like a fur texture here. I wish, so in the 3D one, I kind of wish it was like fatter, you know, chunkier. But yeah, I do really like this one. I want to see what the tail looks like. I don't think we saw the tail in the trailer, judging by these images here. I don't remember. It showed it for like a second in the trailer. But yeah, I'd like to see that tail. It's a mouse. Yes, it's an electric mouse. Does that sound familiar to anybody? Electric mouse, a foot tall, 5.5 pounds. It's called Pommy, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if its code name internally was Pikachu 2. One of the Pokemon used by your rival, it looks like. Alright. Let's move on to the next Pokemon. You know what? I'm gonna go Smoliv first. So we're gonna talk about Smoliv. Alright. What does everybody think about this design? I will tell you what I think about it. It's a grass normal type. Interesting, grass normal. So this one, it's also a foot tall, just like Pommy. But it's 14 pounds. The other one was 5.5 pounds. Again, love it, although you admit it's very simple. Little Boo Poop hates it. Okay. I hate it. I hate it so much. I'm a sucker for roundness and anxiety in designs. Okay, thank you. I love anxiety in designs. I don't hate its face. I do like its face. I think I just don't like the art style they've gone with. Everything's too simple. Let's look at it in 3D here. So this is kind of the reverse of Pommy, the little electric mouse. I think I like the 3D model here better. I like the 3D model better. The illustration, I think, is kind of a bad illustration. I think they could have done a better job here. Looks like a shitty Cherrim. The model is better. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think the model is fine. Honestly, okay, this might be another reason I don't love it. Chonk, I do like the Chonk. When I saw it in the trailer, I thought it was... There's a Pokemon called Bidoof, right? Let me look up Bidoof. How do you spell Bidoof? Budoo? There we go, Budoo. Okay, when I saw it in the trailer, I thought it was like Bidoof or Cherrim. I thought it was a one we already had. Literally drew it with Bidoof today since they look so similar. Yeah, that's a good idea for drawing. Yeah, I've seen some of that where people will draw like the other plant babies, or with the next Pokemon that we're about to talk about, they'll draw all the little pig Pokemon. But yeah, so I literally thought it was Bidoof, or just like a regional variant or something. I mean, I can see it's not the same, but it's very similar. It's similar enough that I didn't immediately think it was a new Pokemon. So I don't love that. I don't love that for it. There's a lot of baby grass types that are just like a green ball with nub legs. I can relate to that. I do have like design conventions I like to stick with. So like if I was Pokemon, for example, you could say I always drew my baby plants the same way. You know, I always gave them nub legs. I always gave them similar face or whatever. I always gave them no arms. I don't necessarily do that specific example with baby plants, but Pokemon does. But Pokemon's like a huge thing. I mean, they should probably be mixing it up a little more if it's a new generation, you're showing off new Pokemon. it really, really wouldn't hurt to have the new Pokemon look new instead of have the new Pokemon look like a design we've already seen, you know? So, all in all, I don't mind the 3D model. Oh, let's read about it a little bit. Oil so bitter and astringent, it'll make you flinch. The oil that comes out of its head is very strong, bitter taste, not suitable for consumption. I get it, because it's like olive oil. We're in like a Mediterranean environment here. When startled or attacked, Smoliv will shoot this oil out, slowing its opponent down. Then it'll seize blah, blah, blah. So it shoots oil out. Now I know plant-based oil, like olive oil, it's not the same thing as like petrol oil. But the fact that it shoots oil, I've just immediately thought its evolution could be fire type. It could shoot burning oil or light its oil on fire. I honestly don't remember if we have any official Pokemon that are fire grass. But I hear oil and I think fire. You know, it causes burns or something, you know. Again, I know olive oil. I don't think it's flammable. I don't really know. That might not even matter for the design if they wanted to make a fire grass Pokemon like that. Oh, hey, what's up, Sapphire? How's it going? Blah, blah, blah. Shooting oil. Okay, fine without eating or drinking. In the fruit on its head, Smoliv stores oil made from nutrients it gathers through photosynthesis. As a result, it can go for a week without eating or drinking. It prefers dry and sunny climates. Seems to spend its days sunbathing. Okay. So it's got an oil sac on its head here. Looks like an olive. Man, I really don't like this illustration. It's got just like little tiny thin lines, line work. And then I don't know. I just don't like it. You could see the potential Fire Evo having olives on its hands that function like cannons. Like it just has like Mr. Mime hands or like gecko hands or something that just are like bulbous on the ends. Just like that'd be funny. I think we would all enjoy that. Does anybody have any last words about Smoliv before I move on to everybody's favorite of the trailer? Okay, another Pokemon used by your rival. Alright, Smoliv, going once, going twice. Okay. Now we're gonna do... Yeah, it's weird that it's part normal. Everybody's favorite, the star of the trailer, Lechonk. So Lechonk is a little hog. Normal type. 1 foot 8 inches. Weight 22.5 pounds. Ooh, gluttony ability. I could see it. Okay, so... looking at its design here. Lechon is pork in Spanish. Okay, okay. One of my friends was telling me the name earlier today, like, oh, I have to draw Lechonk, and I was guessing it was a chonky cow because leche, I think I was thinking of milk. If I'm thinking of that correctly. Leche is milk. So I was like, and there have been like cow rumors for this generation too. So I was like, oh, it's like a cow. But Lechon is pork. Or close to pork. That's cool. Well, I guess that name makes sense then. Yeah, so what do we like about this? It's got permanent eye gunk. Which we all think is interesting, right? Can somebody help me out? What color is the spot or the pattern around its face? Is it brown? I was thinking it was red earlier, but looking at it now, it looks more like a brown or something. The eye gunk is the only thing throwing you off. It is brown. Okay. Yeah, so I'm wondering if that is something where they're like, its evolution will be crying. They're like working an attitude into the design, or like a personality. Like, oh yeah, it's always got this weird tear. It looks brown like mud, maybe. Yeah, it does. If it's brown, it does make me think of mud. Right in here. It's got a little piggy tail here. Another thing with the tear pattern, maybe its evolution isn't crying, but maybe it produces some tear bullshit like the oil. Let's read about it. Let's see what it does. Oh, it's like a food one. It's got aroma veil and gluttony. Makes me think it's going to be food based. Here we go. A gourmand with an excellent nose, Lechonk uses its sense of smell to find and eat only the most fragrant wild grasses and the richest berries. As a result of its dining habits, it has come to radiate an aroma resembling herbs that bug Pokemon dislike. Okay. So it's got a natural insecticide aura. Interesting that the name for it is close to pork and not pig or hog. And it's like got an aroma resembling herbs. I'm wondering if it's going to evolve into like a roast, like a... I forget what they're called, but like, you know, like a cooked pig with an apple in its mouth or something. Like, it's giving me those vibes, man. Lechon is the cooked pig with an apple in its mouth. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm getting these vibes from the abilities, aroma veil, gluttony. It smells like herbs and grasses and berries. It's got specific dining habits. It only eats the most fragrant whatevers. So I think in this region they eat this Pokemon. Or it'll evolve into an even more delicious Pokemon that they will raise Lechonk to become that, so then they can eat that Pokemon instead. Do we all agree? Are we all going to eat this Pokemon when the game comes out? You hate thinking of edible Pokemon? Well, that's the thing. The world of Pokemon, they're like, people live with the Pokemon. The Pokemon do stuff. This Pokemon flies you around. You know, this Pokemon is made of coal or whatever. I didn't get that far in Pokemon Sword and Shield, but there was like a coal one. But then they're like, yeah, and then we eat this Pokemon. You know, this Pokemon is bred specifically because it tastes delicious. Every time you think of Appletoon, oh my god, they're going to incorporate Appletoon into the evolution, right? Like Slowbro has the Shelder on its tail. I think Appletoon is going to evolve this Pokemon or be a part of its design. Applin, yeah. So Applin is the one I meant. Yeah, just like if you shove an Applin in its mouth, it then evolves and it becomes 10 times more delicious. This guy has a little apple in its mouth. Yeah. Is that why it's crying? Because the people of the whatever region are always eating it? It's just bred to be eaten? Or if it's in the wild, it knows it's screwed? I think we solved that. I think it's sad because all of its friends and families, they don't live that long. They're just eaten the day they're born. Somehow. And it's sad. And Applin is sad also. So, anyway, everybody likes Lechonk. I really like this design. I think with this design, I don't love when a Pokemon is just a circle, because more and more these days, the actual geometry, like the shapes of the newer Pokemon, they're just more and more simple, like more and more rounded, more and more like oversimplified. This is a very, very simplified design. It's not that different from the other Pokemon we've seen so far. Just like Fuecoco is also just like has no head. It's just like a big round body. But this design looks awesome, or at least I think so. I think it looks fine. I really like it. I don't think it's extremely clever or anything, but I think it looks cute. Yeah, the shape language for newer Pokemon doesn't speak to me, but I do love the 3D model for this one. I just don't like the art. Yeah, so this is one where I do think model is definitely much better than the art. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that was my thoughts about the last one, the Bidoof one, Smoliv. I like the model better than the art. This one, I kind of like them both the same. Whoops. To recap, the first one we did, Pawmi, I liked the art better than the 3D models. I think the 3D models looked kind of bad for this one. All right, so I'm going to rate these three new ones. You agree with Pawmi too? Okay, so this is going to be out of 10. So for Pawmi, if you guys have your own ratings, feel free to poop that into chat. Pawmi out of 10. If I'm going off of the art, which is the thing I like more, out of 10, I have to dock it a point or whatever for being a red electric type. I don't like that. I'll say this one's a 7 or like a 7.5 or something. I really like it. I really like this one. I like the red. I wish it was a fire rodent. I know every game they think they need an electric rodent that has the same face as Pikachu. I like how the red looks on this guy. I wish it was just a fire type instead. 7.5. 7.5. That's my Pawmi. Okay, we're going to do Smoliv next, since I did that one second. Smoliv is a straight up 2. I hate Smoliv. I don't like anything about Smoliv. I think, okay, I could be talked into liking its face. Its face is alright. Its face is not going to make up for how much I don't like the rest of the design. You could put that face on anything and I would like the face. It doesn't save the design for me. This is a 2 out of 10. It looks like ass, I think. The leaves are chunky in a bad way. It's dripping. I don't know if that's oil or if that's a leaf. Not clear. It's just kind of a shape. The actual olive itself, or its oil gland, it's just a circle, dude. And it's not even a well-drawn circle. It's like weirdly chunky in this image. And then its body shape is like it should be rounder or something. I don't know, man. It should either be fatter or it should be more like water droplet shaped and rounder. I don't really know what to. This kind of seems like somebody's first draft before they cleaned up the drawing. You know what I mean? All right, so we got Sapphire here. Pawmi is a 9 out of 10. Lechon, I think you mean Lechunk. Chunk? What was it called? Lechonk. Lechonk is a 7. Just the model saving it. Smoliv is a 2. Okay, so not that different from what I was saying. Model also bringing it up. Yeah, I don't mind the model for Smoliv as much as the art. The art sucks. If it weren't for the model, you'd despise it. By 9, I'll throw mine out. Pommy, 8 out of 10. Very nice. You actually really like it. Has a unique face and it's incredibly cute. Unique face. It has Pikachu eyes and cheeks. It just does not look like an electric mouse. Yeah, so it doesn't look like an electric type. It also doesn't look like a mouse. So looking at it, I am very happy. Seems like By 9 is too. But as far as what they're saying it is, an electric mouse, doesn't really look like it. Lechonk, 4 out of 10. Fine, but doesn't really convey anything to me. Smoliv, 5 out of 10. Very cute. Funny shape. Not distinct. Okay, so you like Smoliv a little bit more than Lechonk. Are we going to see some redesigns for Smoliv? Oh, just you wait. I have not started any sketches, but I will be after this discussion that we're having. I'm going to try to draw all 3 of these guys today. We'll see. Sometimes the design phase takes a very long time. But they're all basically circles, so maybe it won't take that long. We'll see. Gotta realize that they throw the mouse around. Cyndaquil and Sandslash are mice. Oh god, they are? Ugh. Really? Sandslash is like an armadillo, or Sandslash is a pangolin. There's no way Sandslash is a mouse. Dude, I gotta look that up. Mouse! Oh my god, it's a pangolin. It's an armadillo that evolves into a pangolin. Why are they calling it a mouse? Like, I'm pretty sure pangolins even have claws like this. I don't know why they would call it a mouse. Yeah, Cyndaquil, not a mouse either. Good old Blastoise, the shellfish? I just died, dude. Alright, I'm dead. I'm gonna finish rating these guys. Cyndaquil is a shrew, and shrews are somewhat rodent-y. Yeah, right. Like, it's not a mouse, it's a shrew. Or as people like to say for the Chinese zodiac theory, Cyndaquil and Typhlosion and Quilava are rats? They're not. Don't say that. Okay. Okay, so I gave Pommy a 7.5. I gave Smoliv a 2. Now I'm gonna rate Lechonk. I do like looking at Lechonk. I can't deny that. Design-wise, pretty lazy. I have a feeling I will like its evolution. It's gonna have an applin in its mouth or something, and people will be taking bites out of it and it'll be in pain. It'll be a ghost type. So this is a normal type? Okay, so it's gonna be a normal ghost or something. Or they're gonna reveal a food type. They're not, but it's gonna be a ghost type. It's gonna be one that people eat. I don't know. Whatever. But I like looking at it. I'm gonna say it's like a 5. It's alright. It's honestly, looking at these screenshots, if you told me this was a Gen 4, Gen 5, Gen 6, 7, 8 Pokemon, I'd be like, yeah, probably. I don't know. At some point, they just started making the design circles, and it just looks like a continuation of that. So that is my thought. So, Pommy, 7.5. Smoliv, 2. Lechonk, what did I just say? 5? Food type is my new fave. Spoink is the better pig. Okay, Spoink's like the little pink one with the tail that it jumps around on, right? Yeah, so this... I don't know why. I know it's not from Gen 2, but this just screams like Gen 2 design to me. I could totally see this being like in Pikachu's Vacation or, you know, something like that. Yeah, Spoink's pretty good. Does Spoink evolve? Grumpig. Yeah, I don't love Grumpig, but it does look like a Gen 2 design. Kind of reminds me of Granbull a little bit. Lechonk feels like Gen 1 to you? Alright. They're Gen 3. Okay, that's what I thought. I don't know, man. There's nothing to me Gen 1 about Lechonk, but I'll tell you what, I'll draw you a Gen 1 Lechonk in just a little while later on in the stream. How's that sound? Okay, should we talk about the legendaries? These guys got enough time. I think we should talk about the legendaries. Does anybody want to say anything before I poop my pants trying not to be too negative? Motorcycle, true. Normally don't care for legendaries, but you really like these. Very fun shapes. One has a wheel, the other has a bike seat. Miraidon is kind of awkward. Yeah, so I just saw an image of Miraidon. It was like a jet ski or something. I could see it. Is it water type? Let's see. Oh. Okay. It doesn't say. I gotta say though, I'm not a fan of... I don't know when they started this, but just putting the key art of the legendaries on the covers of the games, just like with a non-background, just like with a bullshit background. I want like a really nice illustration on the covers, you know? Like something like Arceus, just like an image of the world with some Pokemon. I don't really like just a single illustration with a colored background. It feels really, really lazy to me, and it really makes me hate the art, because when the whole game cover is just the art, it just makes the art feel like it needs more or something. You agree it's so lame. I agree. Okay, so yeah, we'll talk about these guys. We'll start with Koraidon. Is that how we're saying it? Koraidon? You think they fit the Game Boy and DS games because of how small the cases were? Oh, that kind of front cover art. Yeah, I could see it. So the first 2 gens, I think it looked fine because it looks outdated, and that's good for those 2 gens. Those 2 gens are outdated. They're old. It worked for them. So the reason it worked back in those days of the Game Boy games, the art that you would see like in strategy guides or on the cover, on the box of the game, it was more exciting because the graphics of the game were these little tiny pixel sprites, and it's kind of like the Yoshitaka Amano illustrations for the first bunch of Final Fantasy games. You see the little sprites and you're like, you have to imagine what the characters look like. But then you see these awesome paintings that he did and you're like, oh my God, this brings it to life. This, I don't have to imagine. I can see what the illustrator did. I can see what they were going for. This is such a vibe. Now I can see what the world feels like because these illustrations, these paintings, they're so much nicer than what we're getting in the game. So if you got Pokemon Blue and the cover is just this awesome watercolor of Blastoise, that's great. That works for a Game Boy game. That's what you want to see. That is what will get you excited for the game. Or at least for me. It's like they're pocket monsters in your Game Boy. It's your little console that you get to collect 150 monsters on. That is the appeal of the game. I think Pokemon now it's different. You get to collect a bunch of monsters, but it's people now, I feel like they care a lot more about the gameplay and about like the world really matters. I see people being all horny for the new professors, you know. Pokemon Legends Arceus, the characters. I think the biggest standouts of that game from what I was seeing in social media were the characters. People love those new characters. So it's not just about having a bunch of new monsters. That's a big part of it, obviously, because it's Pokemon. It's named Pocket Monsters. I mean, that's an old name, but, you know, it's still named Pocket Monsters. Especially with Gen 1. Absolutely agree. Strategy guides, the anime, etc. brought the games to life just by existing, yeah. So, to me, those covers, they work fine for Game Boy games. That's probably what they should put on the cover. You look at the side of the box and the back of the box, it's got more illustrations. I really think, to me, it's crazy. I'll look at indie games like just random one, Monster Crown. You guys know what the Monster Crown cover looks like? I'll pull it up real quick. Okay, so here's the Monster Crown cover right here. Whoops. So seeing this, and this is just a random indie game, you know, budget-wise, pretty small. You know, I've played Monster Crown. This was just the first thing that popped into my head. Something like this, for me anyway, I see this, and I wanna play the game. This is a whole world. The logo, this logo, it's a pretty simple logo. It's way cooler than Pokemon's current logo. It's got depth. It gives you kind of a vibe, you know. It's more interesting. It's got a crown on it. And then you see these monsters all standing around. You see the trainer with a monster in its backpack or an egg in its backpack. You see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other monsters here. It's interesting. But then you look at the cover for Scarlet and Violet, and it's just a piece of art. And sense of adventure, pals around you, big world to explore. The thing that Legends Arceus got my hopes up, because I thought they were going to go with actual cover art. Oh, for this game. Right. Anyway, I did not mean to go off on a huge rant about the cover art. The boxes don't excite me. Seeing the boxes for the new game, Sword and Shield were the same way. What were they like? It It was the art for the two dogs. It was like, was it against white? It was way too simple of a background. You think I'm right too? Man, they just, you know, Sword and Shield was disgusting. Sword and Shield was even worse. You know, it doesn't feel good to just like do poops all over the Pokemon Company. You know, I don't want to say like, oh, it's they literally make more money than any other franchise that's ever existed. They should be able to pay someone to do some better art for them. I don't want to like, I don't like being saying they should do this, they should do that, because what they're doing works because they're literally making all the money. They're doing what they should do because they're making all the money, but it's aesthetically very gross and it looks like shit. And I think they would make more money if they put in some more effort. Like, if all they want is money, like, I don't know, like pay an artist $500 to, like, I don't know, with Pokemon Legends Arceus they did it, or Arceus. I don't know, they could do it if they wanted to. I don't know why they don't want to. That's all. I just don't know why. I don't know why they don't. It wouldn't take more resources. It wouldn't take more effort. You could hire a different artist to do it. Like, you feel like there are artists that would love to design an awesome cover for Pokemon. Yeah, like that's one thing now that I'm thinking about the trading card game. They're not afraid to just like put out a bunch of weird pictures of Pokemon in way different art styles. They're not afraid. They just do that and they're like, I don't give a fuck. Here's like, you know, you like Pikachu? Here's 50 different drawings of Pikachu that you can collect if you want to. It doesn't need to be like one official image on the front with no background. Like, if they got some trading card artist to do the covers, I think everybody would. Could you imagine that popping off on social media if they had actual art for the generation, for Gen 9, for Scarlet and Violet? How much people would just like lose their minds. I feel like the artists would, yeah, I already said that. Maybe they think it's part of the series identity. So they hold on to way too many things that are part of the series identity, such as having two versions. I saw an image on Twitter a little while ago of the double pack that they're selling. Like, you don't need two versions, man. Don't do it. That's part of the series identity, but only because they want it to, only because they know some people will buy the game twice. Just make expensive DLC. Just make everybody pay a little bit more for it. Like they've had the box arts with just a color and a single Pokemon on it for so long that they don't want to change it. But they could. They could change anything. They can change anything. They change a lot of stuff for the worse, I feel like. They can change whatever they want. You think they should, yeah. Yeah, I wish the gameplay changed a lot more. The art, cover art it's just the same. Imagine the next Mario comes out and it's an illustration of Mario with a colored background. I don't even know what the boxes are. I've got some Mario games around here, but even when it's just art, they still put some effort into it, you know? They try to make a good looking box. Anyway, that's enough talking about the boxes. I haven't even started talking about the legendaries yet. I will make them this fast. I hate them. They look like the art style for them. It looks like an early 2000s like toy. Does that make sense? Like not that you would see for an anime, but you'd see for an American Saturday morning cartoon that is trying to look like an anime. That's what these guys look like. Does that make sense? They look like American designs from 2005. Like they look like they could come out of the tops of Beyblades. To me, they don't. It's just there's a lot of weird patterns that don't matter all over them, and this kind of stuff right here in the neck. This color going into the blue with the white stripes on it. It makes me think of like Beyblades, or like, I want to say like maybe Spectrobes or something. I don't know a lot about Spectrobes, but these designs make me think of the word Spectrobes. Does that make sense? They're too busy. You don't want them. You don't want to catch them, but you also don't mind them. Yeah, so like, this one, so they remind me a lot of Groudon and the other one. Oh, what is it called? Not Kyogre. Groudon and Kyogre. They look like Groudon and Kyogre, except this one has like white tribal tattoos and stuff, and they kind of look like robots, you know? I don't know. It's especially this one. And I realize the theme, the red one can be a Spectro, but not the blue one. The themes, it's obvious looking at this, looking at the logos, and looking at the professors. The theme is going to be like caveman shit versus future technology, you know, the past and the present. So with these designs, you want to say the one on the right, the blue one, is the future. Sorry, did I say past and present? Past and future. One on the right is the future, obviously, and then the one on the left is supposed to be the past, but it's got a wheel in it. So it's like, it's got all these dinosaur feathers. Like a Velociraptor or a T-Rex or something. But it's got a wheel, which is technology, in the middle of its throat. And I know it's based on one of those lizards that puffs its neck out, you know? It looks like a transformer, kind of, with a bad color scheme and like tribal tattoos. Does that make sense? That's what I'm seeing. And then the blue one, I think the blue one's even worse, man. It looks like Kyogre. I don't know. I mean, they both have lizard faces, so they're both like lizards. Do you guys think I should, not tonight, but at some point, draw Gen 1 versions of these guys? Because I hate these guys, and I think it'd be interesting to try to make a design for them that I like in the style of Gen 1. That would be fun. Wondering what you guys think. Franchise. Sorry you're late. Hey, what's up, cats? You are right on time, except I just spent an hour talking about the designs. To recap, the three little baby Pokemon. Shit. What did I do here? This one, I like it. 7.5. This one's a 5. This one's a 2. We all feel various different ways about the illustrations versus the 3D models. Sometimes the art looks better, sometimes the 3D model looks better. So that's summing that up. I've been ranting about the box art and the legendaries for a while here. Anyway, By nine, they should be secrets rather than plot points. You talking about the legendaries? Franchise basically ruined legendaries for me since they started being main plot points. Yeah. So, yeah. Man, the first two gens, so on the boxes, they had the starters, and then the legendary was Mewtwo and the three legendary birds. I don't remember 100%, but they weren't plot points, right? They were just kind of extra stuff you could do. Generation 2, Gold, Silver, on the box they had Ho-Oh and Lugia, which I think, correct me if I'm wrong, in both of the games you do get Lugia, and then in both of the games Ho-Oh was like a secret or something. But it wasn't like in Silver you get to catch Lugia, in Gold you get to catch Ho-Oh. It wasn't like that, right? And then they had the three legendary dogs as well. And the three birds, the three dogs, they felt like a big deal. But now it's like, yeah, so I started playing Pokemon Sword. I only got like an hour or two into it. I really didn't like it, but when there was a cutscene where you run into the legendary in a foggy forest at the very beginning, and you know it's the legendary, it's on the fucking box, and the characters are like, what is it? What is that Pokemon? I can't imagine what that Pokemon is. And you immediately know, like, oh, at the end of the game, you'll see whatever legendary is on the box. It turns out that's the one it is. It's a different one for each game. They're like the same Pokemon, almost. It's just... that, for me, was an immediate turnoff. Sapphire says they agree, don't feel like they're special, they've become a gimmick, which is why you don't feel like catching them. Yeah, they should really... I mean, people get all up Pokemon's ass about the end game, right? Like, finding out what the legendaries are, that would be a good end game. You could become the champion or whatever. I mean, come up with a different plot, Game Freak. Make a different story. But then after that, it could be like... there could be like mysterious Pokemon that people talk about that you have to put pieces together to find, or whatever. I mean, that's just one thing you could do. That's just an example. Doesn't have to be that, but... and you know, I'm one to talk. I mean, I haven't finished a Pokemon game. I finished Pokemon Yellow when I was a kid. Otherwise, every single one I tried to play, I got so bored halfway through it that I couldn't finish it. But I just assume they all end with like, you fight the legendaries or you whatever with the legendaries, and then it just all, you know, it all seems like the same story. Gen 4, you had so many different events for mythical Pokemon. So are you saying that's a good thing? Like you enjoyed that part of it? Because that sounds really cool. Now they just missed... okay, that is something I don't understand. When they'll do like a Pokemon, they'll make a new Pokemon, they'll be like, you know they want to make a big deal about it, but then they just give it to you. Make it an event, you know what I mean? Make it an event. Give people a reason to like get into the game. Don't give people a reason to go onto their Switch and click collect gift. Give people a reason to do some stuff in the game. Give people a reason to be excited about the game. Because if you just give it to people, that's just like a little thing you can do one day after work or after school. You're like, oh, I gotta remember to get the mythical Pokemon today by the end of the month, or else it'll be bye-bye. You know, it's not like, oh, I have a new quest. The world got a little bit cooler. It's more of an obligation than a reward. Well, and that's the thing too. You want to collect these mobsters, but you want it to like mean something. You don't want it to be like, here's your monster. You know, you want to interact with the world. You want to go find the monster, and then it'll sit in your Pokedex and you'll have a story about it in your head. You'll be like, 20 years from now, let's say you're 30 years old, you're like, oh, I remember when I was 10 and Pokemon came out. And I went and I got Mewtwo and it was a big deal. Instead of, you know, you don't remember anything about it because it just was given to you. Mystery gifts should be like special Pokemon like Surf Pikachu or Notched Ear Pichu. Special shiny or something, yeah. Maybe explain the lore with seasonal events. Man, if Pokemon did in the mainline Pokemon games, or even Arceus, if they did what Animal Crossing does with like 4 times a year, they're just like, oh, we added, it's winter, we added a snowy arena to fight in, and we added a scarf that you can put on your Pokemon or on your Pikachu. And like, in your house there's a Christmas tree, and you can, if they're going to give you a mystery gift, put a Christmas tree in your house for Christmas. I mean, they don't have to call it Christmas in the game, they probably wouldn't, but have your player character go up to the tree, press A, and be like, you received a gift from Delibird or whatever, you know. Just do something like that. How cool would that be? That would be awesome. That would be awesome. But I think their main problem is they just don't have time to think about that stuff. They need to get new Pokemon games. Pokemon Legends Arceus just came out, and we're already on to the next one. They're already like, forget about that stupid game. Here's Scarlet and Violet. I think their problem is they don't have enough time to do cool stuff like what we're talking about. I think they just fart out the basic story, and then now they're gonna do DLC for the mainline games, which is cool. It's cool. The idea is cool. From what I heard about Sword and Shield, it's kind of like those DLCs should have been in the game because they probably rushed the game. I say game because Sword and Shield are not 2 different games, even though they say it's 2 different games. And then you buy the DLC and it only works for the 1 copy of the game. So if you bought the double pack of the game because you wanted both versions, you got to buy 2 DLCs. That's kind of a big bummer. Anyway, they just don't have time to do the cool stuff we're talking about. They have to be on to the next one. Legends didn't even get a year. I really wish Legends is one of those games. I feel like it was missing a lot, but I was thinking back on it today fondly. I missed that game. I mean, I have it. I can play it. But I would give that game like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. Like, it's very, very bare bones and it's ugly and the writing is bad and the story is like super dumb. It's a bad game, but it's really cozy. I do think it has good music. I like the new Pokemon. I think they should have given that game more attention. It's the only new thing they've done in a long time was that game. And they're just kind of like, we're done. We're done with that one. Legends Arceus was a warm-up. Sword and Shield was $180. Sure, if you want to buy both copies and then the DLC. Yeah, kind of a bummer. I mean, they don't need to do that. Legends was fun despite its issues. That's exactly how I feel. I was not the biggest fan, but the more time that passes, the more I look back on my memory of playing it, the more I think I enjoyed it more than I thought I did at the time. I could go back and play it. I like being there. I like being in the world. It had a lot of issues, but I did really like it. Not buy any Pokemon games since Sun and Moon, since none of them looked interesting. I'm right there with you. I bought Pokemon Yellow and then Pokemon Black, which I only got halfway through, and then Pokemon X, which I only got halfway through. So I've played Gen 1, Gen 5, and Gen 6 or 7. X and Y are 6, I think. Arceus pleasantly surprised me. Yeah, me too. Pokemon Legends Arceus. I should just keep saying Arceus. Best example of games that can be fun. Right, and that game was probably very rushed. I mean, Game Freak put it out the same year they're going to put out this newer game. Same year. Imagine Arceus if it wasn't rushed. Imagine if they took the ideas of Arceus and of Scarlet and Violet and just, instead of making two games that had a lot of issues, imagine if they just made one game. That would be really cool. Anyway, so I hate the legendaries. The thing fans don't know how to chew their food. Should I draw? Are we onto that part of the stream here? They just love to constantly consume more and more shit, bruh. It's a great expression. I really like that. Go for it. Okay. Game Freak keeps trying to feed them as fast as possible. Let's go. All right, we're gonna draw. I'm gonna put up a little break screen here so I can go to the bathroom real quick and chug some water or something. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Bynine, you saying you want to try to draw a new Pokemon here? I wasn't originally going to do this, but I don't like sketching in front of people like on stream. I like to have my idea all sketched out. But if we just look at these new Pokemon here, they're so simple. There's a good chance I can easily sketch all three of them out right now in 7 minutes. They're all just kind of like round. Kat says, so how was your day, chat? I'm doing some raffle tickets. Care to elaborate on that? I'm interested in, what that's like. Okay, I'm gonna start drawing here. I'm gonna put all these guys on the screen first, or on my canvas, so that I can reference them. Man, this guy is so stupid. They really just gave us a green circle with a circle on its head and said, here's your new Pokemon. Let's see, you work at a print shop. Some people want invitations or just print documents. A client asked for raffle tickets for a TV. I see. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. They need to raffle something off to help out with medical expenses. I mean, hopefully they get all the money they need. And hopefully you're having a fun day at work doing that. Probably more fun than printing off invitations or documents. The fun part is when people want mugs or t-shirts. Okay, I'm going to look at some Pikachu poses. I always like to reference a good Gen 1 or Gen 2 pose when I'm drawing. So tonight on stream, I'm probably just going to worry about sketching these guys out, and then later off stream, maybe tomorrow, maybe a couple days this weekend, something. Then I'll kind of try to make them look more Gen 1, if that makes sense. A lot of times when I'm drawing creatures, I'll draw them first, and then I'll kind of go back to make them look more like Gen 1. I need to have like a lot of references open, and right now the stream is kind of like taking up a lot of space in my screen. So they might not look the most Gen 1 today, but I will try to sketch them out at least. Yeah, we don't really get a good look of what Pommy's tail looks like. I know I said that like an hour ago, but now that I'm drawing him, I don't really know what to do for his tail. Kind of just looks like a little tuft. So to me, I'm seeing this shape here, which kind of makes me think of a lightning bolt. But I don't really know. Man, I hate this drawing so far. Man, this guy does not look like a mouse. Let me look at some Gen 1 hair tufts. Based on the ears, it might be a chinchilla. Well, that's the thing. It does look like a chinchilla. That, Sapphire, you're exactly right. It looks like a chinchilla. you go on their website, it says it's a mouse. It's an electric mouse. What are they doing? What are they doing to us? They're designing it around a chinchilla. Now that you say chinchilla, it's so obvious to me it's a chinchilla. But they're like, no, it's not. Bro, why would you think this is a chinchilla? Oh, wait. I was looking in here. Here we go. Let's see. Who's got hair tufts? I think Jigglypuff. Do I even have Jigglypuff? There's Clefairy, Jigglypuff. Okay. Well, that didn't really help. Can't wait for the future revealed Pokemon to be categorized as a mouse for all of them, like the whole gen. Hey, at least if they did that, it'd be something different. So my version of this guy, it's going to be quite a take. It's going to look different. I'm okay with that. I guess it'll make it stand out on social media if mine looks different. But I just kind of want to draw. I just want to draw what I want to draw. I don't love all these designs, so I want to change them. So. I wish I could see his tail, though. I just kind of have to guess with the tail. Oh well. Well, I'm gonna start a new drawing. I don't like this. This is what it's like when I sketch. That's why I don't do it that often. I just, you know, I'll do a drawing for 10 minutes and then I'll throw it away, do another drawing, throw it away. Also, most of the time when I sketch, I'll do it in my sketchbook first because I think it's easier to sketch with a pencil than it is to sketch straight into Photoshop, so... I might just end up dicking around with nothing to show for it, but we'll see. It's all process of iteration. Yeah, that's true. Try something, see what works out. You like the pose? I think it emphasizes the very top-heavy design with like the head and the arms being like huge and then the feet are like kind of small. This pose makes no sense. I think I need to lower his feet. So, what's everybody's favorite new starter out of Fuecoco, Sprigatito, and Quaxley? Let's see, we got in between Quaxley and Fuecoco. By9 says Fuecoco for sure. Tommy has Charizard colors, yeah. I'm gonna say Fuecoco for myself because I think it will have the most interesting final evolution. Its body shape just, I don't really love any of them, but I think Fuecoco might be my favorite. Let's put it this way. If I bought the game, if I had the game today, and I had to pick a starter, just knowing what the first stages look like, I would pick Fuecoco. Yeah, Pawmi is actually a Charizard Pikachu fusion. Tommy's got a big head. Does Evie have a tuft of hair? Let me check. Flareon does. Out of curiosity, if you tried to draw the original 151 from memory, how well do you think you'd do? Holy shit. I'm gonna do that on stream. That's a good idea for a stream. I think I would do pretty bad. I look at them. I look at Pokemon every day, all the time. But I have very bad, like, whatever kind of memory that is. I feel like I can't recall, like, specific appearances. Like, if a police sketch artist asked me to describe my wife's face, I would be like regular nose, regular ears, regular eyes. Like, I wouldn't be able to do it. No, it's not short-term memory. I mean, I've been looking at these Pokemon for like 25 years or something, 20 years. It's just like, I just can't remember like specifics. Like, I don't know. So I think I would do really bad at that kind of a task, but that would be a really fun stream. Of course, everybody who sees it would be like, dude, you're a fake ass Pokemon fan. You draw Pokemon on Instagram and on Twitter and you don't even know what they look like. You're just pretending to like Pokemon. They would be wrong, but I could see people doing that. I don't really think people would do that. I'm just... I could see somebody saying that. I should probably save this file, huh? Would this be one of my cards? You know what? If I change the design enough, maybe that's what I should do. Instead of drawing these guys, maybe I should like redesign them, and that way I could make cards of them. That would be more fun, actually. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah. So maybe I'll work on that over the next few days, and maybe this weekend or sometime next week you'll see redesigns of these. I don't know if I'm gonna do the legendaries. I might try, but they might be like too complex for me. But we'll see. I kind of want to be done now because when I took that little break, I saw my wife made this like awesome dinner that I didn't know she was going to make. And I'm hungry and I kind of want to eat it, so yeah, let's call this a stopping point for now. I'll stream again this week. Yeah. Post your redesigns. I want to look at them. You mean like post them in chat here? I always love seeing a new By9 art piece. Feel like I'm getting a sneak peek. I'm gonna put this video up on YouTube later, on my new channel. Just in case anybody wants some artists' opinions about the new designs. So we'll take a look at your designs, and then if you don't mind, they'll just be on the YouTube video too, because it'll literally just be I'll be importing this straight to YouTube. Okay, we got two of them here. Let's see. Did you do all three or those two? Okay, start taking a look. So here we have Smoliv. That was its name. Yeah, I'm really digging this. Just the two? Cool. Where? Smoliv. Okay. So here we have Chunk Boy. You can tell me if you hate him. This one's definitely more interesting. I'm assuming this part is still in Olive. Like, I'm assuming you redesign them, but you try to keep like the same concepts and stuff. Olive. It's crying. I assume it's tears or the special oil that it makes, because it's an oily little special boy. Zoom in a little bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, I really like this. It is a bit different. Yeah, it's an olive branch. Okay. I do like the olive branch a lot better than just this kind of olive that's on top of a different olive. Yeah, I can't wait to see this one colored. I like the face. The face reminds me of Gen 1. Probably the plant Pokemon, maybe like Gloom or something. I really like the face. But yeah, it's got little leaf spines here. Yeah, definitely a different vibe. I would say the original is probably cuter. This one, if this thing crawled up to me, I would be a little creeped out because of its skinny body here. But yeah, it's a cool design. I really like it. Now we're gonna go on to Lechonk. Lechonk, this Lechonk looks like it's seen some shit. It's got that 100-yard stare off into the distance, like it's having a flashback. This Lechonk is sad, sure. It's got those tears. This Lechonk's muddier. He's a muddy little boy. He's dirty. I wonder how he would feel if you gave him one of those apples, like an apple in. He looks like he's not ready for it. Tried to put the mud on like sauce. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. I really like that. The body shape is more Gen 1 to me. This looks more like a Gen 1 Pokemon. To me. I know someone earlier was saying that this design looks more like Gen 1. But to me, this does look more like Gen 1 here. But yeah, I really like the mud. The eyes. Those eyes, man. I like the eyes a lot. And the two little hairs. Hims is so cute. Lobu peeped just in time. We were about to call it quits for the night. I was about to go eat some dinner. We're just looking at Bi9's illustrations here. They're redesigns of the Pokemon we've been chatting about for so long here on this stream. Thanks so much for looking in the stream. It's lots of fun. So Lobu Peep is about to stream. She's not streaming yet, so I can't do a raid. I don't even know if I could anyway, because I don't know if you have to be like affiliate at least to do a raid. Maybe, maybe not. I have no idea. But she's not streaming yet. I highly recommend everybody take note of her name. Oh, you can raid? Okay. Take a note of this user here. She's about to stream. Highly recommend her streams. It's a really, really cool art vibe. So I'm assuming she'll be painting tonight soon. Got good music. That's a funny emote. Yeah, if you want to see somebody paint fresh off this Pokemon stream we just did, go watch Lobo Peep. Good painting, good music. I believe she sells the art she paints. All around good time. So I'm not going to raid because I'm too soon for that. But highly recommend, check her out. And that'll be it for us, you guys. Thanks for watching today. It was really fun to just be able to rant about these new Pokemon. Look at these. Look, gross. Yuck. Our stance here is yuck. What weird Pokemon? I wish they were weirder. They just have like tattoos and like. Anyway, I was gonna rant about them again. Well, I'll see you guys later. I'll rant next time. I'll do more ranting next time. I'll be streaming more drawing of the new Pokemon. We didn't really get to that a whole lot here. My tummy is too rumbly. Tummy time for me. Yeah, catch you guys later. Thanks for stopping in.